Good afternoon, all of you. All of you join first. Voice is audible? Okay. Okay, ma'am. All of you join first. Yesterday problems are clear. All of you. All of you clear yesterday problems in meter constant. Today we discuss three-phase energy meter. Three-phase energy meter. In previous class we discussed single phase energy meter. Now we discussed three phase energy meter. Okay. In this three phase energy meter we connected the three phase load. And we are using in this energy meter 2 watt meter method. 2 watt meter method. We are using the 2 watt meter here in this three phase energy meter and connect the two energy meters. Two single phase energy meters are connected in this three phase energy meter. What is the construction?
ఎక్స్క్యూజ్ మీ మ్యామ్
Tell me more.
మ్యామ్ కొంచెం సేపు వెయిట్ చేద్దాం మ్యామ్ ఇప్పుడే జాయిన్ అవుతారు కదా వాళ్ళు మిస్ అవుతారు క్లాస్
Okay, okay. ఫాస్ట్గా జాయిన్ అవ్వమని చెప్పండి. How many members joined? 9 members are joined till now. All of you join fast. 1:35 I will start the class. All of you join.
కంటిన్యూ
Okay. Today we discuss the three phase energy meter. Okay. In last class we discussed single phase energy meter. Now we discuss the three phase energy meter. In this three phase energy meter we are using the three phase load and 2 watt meter method. 2 watt meters are used in this three phase energy and 2 energy meters. 2 single phase energy meters are constructing in this three phase energy meter. By using these 2 single phase energy meters we can measure the three phase energy. Okay. In this we will go to the construction of three phase energy meter. This is the circuit diagram. It is clear in, yeah. One second. This is the three phase energy meter circuit diagram. Here we are connected to single phase energy meters here. This is one single phase energy meter, another one, this one, right. Two single phase energy meters are connected in this single phase energy meter. The pressure coil primary side is connected to the R and current coil is connected to the here. Secondary side is connected Y, right. Here current coil is connected to the B in this side and Y is here, is the R, RYB. These are the supply. Here we are connected the two pressure coils in parallel to the load. These two pressure coils are connected in parallel. Here the pressure coils are connected in shunt magnets, that is in the shape of M. The shunt magnets are connected in shape of M. In this M shape magnets, we center limb is, in this center limb we connect the pressure coil. This is the pressure coil, right. These pressure coils are connected in parallel, okay, parallel to the load. And here two current coils are connected in series magnet. These are the U shape material is there, no, this U shape material is the series magnet. The series magnet is connected current coil here. This one is current coil, right. The current coil is connected in series magnet. Whenever we are giving the power supply, three phase power supply, in that time the flux will be produced in pressure coil and current coil. From that current coil and pressure coil we can generate the flux, then the EMF will be produced in this coil, then we will rotate the aluminum disc here. Here we are connected the in between the pressure and current coil, we are connected the one aluminum disc here, right. The aluminum disc will be rotating. Whenever the aluminum disc will be rotating, the aluminum disc will be connected to the one spindle here, one spindle. The spindle also move. Whenever aluminum disc will be rotate, in that time the spindle also rotating. The spindle will rotate, the spindle is connected to the here one registering mechanism, right. The registering mechanism, registering system, we can register that energy, whatever the energy will be produced in this meter, that will be recording here in kilowatt hours directly, okay. Whenever the speed will be aluminum disc speed will be high or low, we can controlling by using these braking magnets. Here the braking magnets are connected in corner of the aluminum disc, right. The braking magnet are permanent magnet, we can call it as a permanent magnet also. The permanent magnet can be control the speed of the aluminum disc. From some of the times the aluminum disc will be rotating very fastly. Some of the times the aluminum disc will rotate very slowly. In that time we can controlling by using these two braking magnets, okay. This is the construction and working principle of three phase energy meter. Once again I will tell, here two single phase energy meters are connected here. This is one energy meter, another one is this one. We are connected. Here two shunt magnets and two series magnets are there. The shunt magnets are connected pressure coil with center limb. We are connected the pressure coil here. These two are in parallel with the load, and the series magnet. The shunt magnet will be in shape of M shape. We can laminate with M shape. That laminations will be silicon steel. The laminations are silicon steel. We can made up of silicon steel, and here the pressure coils are connected with central limb, and in series magnets also connected here. Two series magnets are connected. The two series magnets are connected current coil here. Whenever we are any doubts?
ప్రెజర్ కాయిల్
Pressure coil.
ఎక్కడ అని అడుగుతున్నాను.
Here central limb. This limb. This winding is there, no? సెంట్రల్ లింబ్లో వైండింగ్ ఇచ్చాం కదా, ఈ వైండింగ్నే మనం ప్రెజర్ కాయిల్ ఆర్ వోల్టేజ్ కాయిల్, we can call it as a pressure coil or voltage coil. We can generate from the voltage from this coil. From this current coil we can generate the current. Okay. These are connected to the load. Okay. In series magnet we are connected the current coil. ఏం అర్థం కాలేదు? ఏం అర్థం కాలేదమ్మా?
ఈ డయాగ్రామ్ ఒకసారి మంచిగా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి.
ఓకే. సిరీస్ ఎనర్జీ మీటర్ ఆపరేషన్ విన్నారుగా మీరు? సిరీస్ ఎనర్జీ మీటర్, సారీ సింగిల్ ఫేస్ ఎనర్జీ మీటర్. ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ క్లియర్ సింగిల్ ఫేస్ ఎనర్జీ మీటర్? All of you clear ma single phase energy meter? Then we can understand easily three phase energy meter. Here we can see single phase energy meter diagram once. This is the single phase energy meter. Okay. In this single phase energy meter, we have two magnets here. Two magnets are connected single phase energy meter, right? In this single phase energy meter, one is series magnet, another one is shunt magnet. This is the shunt magnet. M shape is shunt magnet and U shape is series magnet here. Okay. The series magnet is connected current coil. The series magnet is connected here, both the ends. This winding is there, no? That is the current coil. Okay. The current coil secondary is connected to the load and primary is connected to the supply. Okay. Here M shape magnet is there, no? That is called as a shunt magnet. Shunt magnet. This shunt magnet is connected pressure coil. This winding is there, no, in central limb. This central limb connected one winding. The winding is called as a pressure coil or voltage coil. Okay. This pressure coil is connected to the supply. The pressure coil is connected to the supply. Okay. This is the construction. In this both the magnets, between these two magnets we are connecting the one aluminum disc here. Okay, this is the aluminum disc. We are connected in between the two magnets, that is shunt magnet and series magnet. In this both we can connect the one aluminum disc, and one more thing, here we are connected one spindle also. Okay. whenever we are giving for the single phase AC supply here, in that time the fluxes will be generated, the flux will be generated in this pressure coil and current coil. The current coil will be generating flux as a phi 1, I am taking phi 1 flux. Here the pressure coil will generate the flux as phi 2. From this fluxes the EMF will be generated, then torque will be produced in this coil. The torque is called as a deflecting torque. Deflecting torque is proportional to the phi 1 and phi 2. Okay, phi 1 and phi 2. Here whenever we are giving the supply, the flux will produce, the deflecting torque will be produced in the coil. No? In that time the aluminum disc will be rotating. This aluminum disc will be rotating. Whenever the aluminum disc will be rotating, in that time here we are connected to the spindle. The aluminum disc connected the one spindle. The spindle also move here. The spindle will move, then the whatever the speed is generating in aluminum disc, that speed will be recorded here in this registering system. Why? Because in this registering system here connected with spindle. The spindle is connected one registering system here. Okay. In this registering system we can record that value. Whatever the value is generating here in the aluminum disc, that value will be recording here. Aluminum disc will be rotating, no? Continuously rotating. How many times it will be rotating? That time will, here we can recording. Energy means power into time, no? Power and time. We can multiply this both, power with respect to time, then we can recording here directly energy in form of kilowatt hours. Some of the times the aluminum disc will be very fast or very slow. That is the error in the aluminum disc. We can rectify that error. We can using the here braking magnets here. In the corner of the aluminum disc, we are using the one braking magnet here. That braking magnet, or we can call it as a permanent magnet also. That permanent magnet will be reducing the speed of the aluminum disc. Okay. Speed of the aluminum disc, whatever the speed is required to generating the power or energy, we can reducing that aluminum disc speed here, braking magnet. Any doubts in this single phase energy meter? In this single phase energy meter, any doubts? It is clear? It is clear. Three phase energy meter is very easy. We are connected this single phase energy meter only. We are connecting two single phase energy meters in three phase energy meter. Okay. In the energy meter we can having like this in registering system. So the aluminum disc will rotate 0 to 0, one revolution complete. Again it will be goes to 1 to 0 to 0, another it is. Same way it will be rotating 0 to 0, it will comes to 0 to 0, then we can take one revolution. Again 0 to 0, next second revolution. Like that it will be taking revolutions. How many revolutions will be getting? That revolutions can be recording in the registering system. For example, this 3 revolutions. So 3 kilowatt hour, like that you can be shown. Okay. Here there are three phase energy meter is connected to single phase energy meter. This is one single phase energy meter diagram. This is another one. Okay. Two single phase energy meters are connected in the three phase energy meter. And we are giving the pressure coil primary as a R and secondary is Y, right, and current coil primary as a B. Here giving the input three phase supply here. Same way we are taking here also. Secondary pressure coil is R, primary is R, secondary is Y, and current coil secondary is, we are taking the B in load side. Okay, this is the construction. Here we are using the two shunt magnets. We are using the two single phase energy meters. So, two shunt magnets we are using. We are laminated with two shunt magnet and two series magnets in U shape series magnets, in M shape shunt magnets. You can laminate. The laminated material is made up of silicon steel. The laminations will be done silicon steel, either M shape or U shape. Okay. Here the shunt magnets are connected, pressure coils here. This is the center limb connected pressure coil. Okay. The center limb is connected, the winding is there, no? That winding is called as a pressure coil or voltage coil here. Okay. The pressure coil will generate voltage and current coil will generate the current. Here the series magnets are connected, current coil here. This winding is current coil. Okay. Here two pressure coils are connected in parallel with the load and the series magnets are connected the current coil. Here current coil. Okay. In the between these two magnets, series and shunt magnets, we are connected the one aluminum disc. Aluminum disc. In the corner we are connected the one braking magnet or permanent magnet here. This is the permanent magnet or braking magnet. Okay, it is clear? Whenever we are giving this three phase supply, whenever we are giving the three phase supply, in that time the flux will be generated in the both the coils, pressure coil and current coil. We can generate the pressure coil and voltage coil. Sorry, pressure coil and current coil. Then we can produce the power. Can generate the torque. That is deflecting torque. Right. That is TD is proportional to the phi 1 and phi 2. Whenever we are giving the power supply, in that time the aluminum discs are rotating. The aluminum discs are rotating. The aluminum disc will be rotate. The spindle also rotating here. Here we are connected the spindle with aluminum disc. So the spindle also moves. Whenever we are aluminum disc will be moved, in that time the spindle also move, same rotation. So the how many rotations are done aluminum disc, the spindle also rotating that many rotations. The rotations will be recorded in this registering system. Registering system, we are power into time, you can record the power into time. Power into time means energy. Okay. This is the three phase energy meter connection and working principle. Anyone have doubts? Ask me. Some of the times the aluminum disc will be rotating faster or slow. We can controlling the by using the braking magnet here. Anyone having any doubts? This three phase energy meter. Any doubts? It is clear? It is clear? I will go to the next topic. All of you clear? Okay, I will explain once again. Here we are using two single phase energy meters. This three phase energy meter we are using the long distances. Here we are using transmission and distribution lines, substations. We are using this three phase energy meter. So in this three phase energy meter we are using the two single phase energy meters connections. Same, we are connected in parallel. So here two shunt magnets are using and two series magnets are used. The shunt magnets will be M shape and series magnets will be U shape laminating. The laminating made up of silicon steel. Here the shunt magnets are connected here pressure coil and series magnets are connected current coil. Whenever the current supply is giving, in that time the pressure coil and current coil will produce the fluxes, then generate the deflecting torque. The deflecting torque will be both the coils will be same, and whenever the torque will be developed, the aluminum disc will be rotating here. The aluminum disc are connected in between the pressure coil and shunt magnet and series magnet. In between the shunt and series magnet, the aluminum disc will be rotating. In that time the aluminum disc will be rotating, the spindle also rotating. Why? Because the spindle also connected with the aluminum disc. Whenever aluminum disc will be rotating, the slowly spindle also will rotating. The how many aluminum disc will be rotating, how many rotations, that rotations will be recorded in this registering system. The registering system is connected to the spindle. So the spindle will move, no, aluminum disc, whenever aluminum disc will move, in that time the spindle also move. So the spindle will move, then we can record how many rotations will be done in spindle. That rotations will be recorded in this registering system. That is a energy. Directly we can measure in this registering system kilowatt hours. Okay. Some of the times the aluminum disc speed will be high or low. In that case we can controlling that speed by using this braking magnet or permanent magnets. The braking magnet or permanent magnet will be connected uh, corner of the aluminum disc. You can connect the corner of the aluminum disc. So we can controlling by using this braking magnet or permanent magnet, we can control the aluminum disc speed. Anyone having any doubts in this three phase energy meter? You can read the this matter also same. When the meter is connected three phase circuit, a rotating magnetic field is produced in current and pressure coils. In that time, aluminum disc is provided between the current and pressure coils. Then eddy currents are induced in this disc. So the torque will be developed in the disc. When the disc will rotate, spindle also rotates and recording the in the registering system. Right. Same matter is there here also. Okay. I will go to next topic. That is synchroscope. Synchroscopes. The synchroscopes are used in alternators. Alternator bus bars we are used in synchroscope. What is the purpose of synchroscopes? We can learn. First of all, in the alternator bus bar we are using the some conditions compulsory. We can maintain the some conditions in the alternator. What are the conditions? We are maintaining compulsory these four conditions in this any alternator. Okay, that is first one is the terminal voltage must be equal. The terminal voltage must be equal. Second one is their voltages must be in phase. The voltages must be in phase. Third one is frequency must be equal. The frequency must be equal. Okay. Fourth one is phase sequence must be same. Phase sequence must be same. We can maintain these four conditions in any alternator in a power system. Can maintain all the four conditions in any power system alternator. Okay. In these conditions are satisfied.
దాన్ని కనెక్ట్ చేసి మళ్ళీ
Is that? Mute it, mom. These four conditions will be satisfied, then it is called as a synchronism. Can call it as then that system is called as synchronism. Okay. The operations will be done with that conditions, then it is called as a synchronizing. Synchronizing. The synchronizing operations can be done with synchronizing lamp method. Synchronizing lamp method. Some of the times it cannot be used large power stations in this method, synchronizing lamp method. In that conditions we can use the synchroscope. By using the synchroscope we can control the high voltages in the alternator. Any high voltage will be getting in the alternator, we can control by using the synchroscope. Alternator means synchronous generator. Synchronous machines are there, no? AC machines we are having the two types, induction motor induction motor generator and synchronous motors generators are there, no? Synchronous generator, another name is called as a alternator. Okay. In this synchroscope, we can control the high voltages in a power system. Large power stations, we can having a very high voltage will be getting in the large power stations. So, we can controlling by using the synchroscope. We are using the synchronizing lamp methods, but we cannot control that large power stations in a high voltage. So, by avoiding this disadvantage, we are using the synchroscope. Synchroscope. Okay. The function of the synchroscope is to indicate the difference in phase and frequency voltage. We can take a difference in phase voltage and frequency voltage. We can measure both the voltages, whatever the error is there in that machine. We can controlling the synchroscope by using the synchroscope in bus bars in a alternator. Okay. First, any power station, any power system, we are using income alternator, no? In that alternator bus bar, we can maintain the 4 conditions compulsory. That conditions are the terminal voltage must be equal and voltages must be in phase and frequency must be equal and phase sequence must be same. Phase sequence must be same. These 4 conditions will be compulsory satisfied the machine. Then only the machine will be perfect. Otherwise the machine will be damaged. So we can maintain these 4 conditions any of the alternator in a power system. Okay. The conditions will be satisfied. Then operation is called as a synchronism. We can using these conditions, we can do the operation in any system, then it is called as a synchronizing. The synchronizing method is using synchronizing lamp method. So, in the synchronizing lamp methods, we are using the lesser power stations, but high power stations we are not using. We are getting the large power station high voltage. We cannot maintain high voltage in a synchronizing lamp method. So, we will go to the synchroscope method. By using this synchroscope method, we can controlling the high voltage in a bus bar of the alternator. So, we can, the function of this synchroscope mainly is to indicate the difference between the phase voltage and frequency voltage. Whatever the error is there, that error will be controlling in the synchroscope by using this synchroscope methods. Okay. It will be synchronizing lamp method will be in the machines. In the machines we can have detail. In detail we will discuss in machines. Okay. These methods also, these 4 conditions also discuss in machines subject. Okay. Here not required to discuss all those things. It will be more it will be one unit is there from this topic in machines. So it is not possible to discuss all those things here. Okay, it is clear. synchroscopes. In these synchroscopes, we having two types, moving iron type and electrodynamometer type. That is also called as Western synchroscope. Western synchroscope. Okay. Okay, 5 minutes time is there. Can take attendance. The attendance is 1847, 19 series 6, 26, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 29, 30, 32, 33, 35, 39, 42, 45, 48, 51, 22, 25, 40. Right?
Right, ma'am.
Okay. It is clear synchroscope.
28.
28. 28 is not there.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Where is 28? Yes, 28 is there. Right. We can discuss Western synchroscope in next class. Sorry, next class we have test in 3 to 4. First unit, I will conduct the short questions, 2 marks questions, 5 questions I will give. Write the 5 questions and submit through mail. All of you submit through mail. I will evaluate and within 2 days I will submit to you marks. Okay. All of you prepare well. First unit, short questions. Okay. I send all the notes, first unit, second unit and third unit in your group.